Here we have a camellia called Camellia Satan's Robe. It's one that we propagate here, and in fact at Burncoose nurseries we propagate all of our camellias, and it's one of the ranges of plants that we really specialise in. And in fact you may have previously seen one of the videos by Louisa of how she propagates them, and she goes through a step-by-step process of how to do that. This is a 2 coming onto a 3-year-old plant. As you can see, it's really nicely branched and it's got lots of nice new growth coming on here. On the whole, it's a really nice saleable plant. You'd be quite happy if you bought this, I think. The only downside of it is the fact that we're getting a little bit of chlorosis on the leaves now. And in this situation, you can see there's a slight yellowing compared to the darker green. The old growth, the new growth is coming through yellow. So this is purely in this situation because we need to pot this plant up now, and which is what we're about to do. And that means there'll be more nutrients available, and then the new growth which comes through will have all of the nutrients available to the plant, and the leaves will look more sort of nice and dark green like this. Planting in the ground, if you find that your camellias are starting to turn yellow, that is because the calcium, it may well be a calcium-rich soil, and the calcium in the soil sort of prevents the plant from taking up any of the iron, and camellias need iron to grow healthy, and that is what makes the leaves nice and green in them. So typically camellias are ericaceous. They like acid-loving soil. They are an acid-loving plant, and they like acidic soil to grow in as a result. And in acidic soil, the calcium is locked up and the iron is active, so it's available for the plant to take up. If you are gardening on lime and you thought you'd give it a go and try and plant and grow a camellia, and you find it's going yellow, you can sort of do a number of different things to sort of change the pH of your soil to make it more acidic. One of those things is by adding sulphur into the soil locally around it, and by then you're hoping that the iron, which is being locked up by the calcium, will become active and released by the change in the pH. Alternatively, you can also buy iron chelates, and you can apply this round the base of the plant, water it in, and then you're kind of giving some quick accessible iron to the plant for it to take up. Make sure that you read the guidance carefully on how to do it and the quantities, because you obviously don't want it to be leached away. So yeah, hopefully if you have had a situation where your camellias are turning yellow, this is some good advice on what you can do about that.